Marcus Freeman in candidates list for New York Giants head coaching job. The moment Marcus Freeman's name surfaced in NFL coaching circles again, it carried a familiar weight, the kind that always seems to hover around college football's most magnetic figures when success and timing collide. According to The Athletic's Diana Rossini, Freeman has emerged as a candidate for the New York Giants head coaching vacancy, a development that feels less like a surprise and more like the inevitable next ripple from a career that has been building momentum with almost cinematic pacing. Freeman has just completed his 4th season as Notre Dame's head coach, a tenure defined by composure, credibility, and a steady ascent that has forced both college and professional football to take notice. And while the Giants are the name drawing the most attention right now, Rossini's reporting makes it clear this is not a one-off flirtation. Freeman is expected to generate interest across NFL circles, especially with other openings, such as the Tennessee Titans situation, still unsettled and quietly monitoring the landscape. For Notre Dame, this is the cost of relevance at the highest level. Freeman signed a contract extension last December that technically binds him to South Bend through 2030, a move that was widely viewed as both a reward and a preventative measure. But in modern football, especially when the NFL comes calling, contract years often feel more symbolic than restrictive. Buyouts, renegotiations, and backroom conversations have turned long-term deals into flexible frameworks rather than ironclad commitments. Everyone involved understands that reality, even if it goes unspoken. Freeman's rise has been too pronounced, his profile too polished, for the professional game not to at least explore the possibility of what he could be on Sundays. What makes Freeman's candidacy particularly intriguing is how far removed he is, at least on paper, from the NFL world. He hasn't been part of the league since 2009, when his playing career briefly intersected with the Chicago Bears, Buffalo Bills, and Houston Texans as a linebacker fighting for a foothold on practice squads. There was no long NFL playing career to anchor his resume, no decades-long professional coaching apprenticeship that typically defines NFL head coaching hires. Instead, Freeman's path has been defined by adaptation. A standout defender at Ohio State, he pivoted seamlessly into coaching, bringing with him the credibility of elite college football, the empathy of a former player, and the modern leadership style that resonates so deeply with today's athletes. That blend has translated into results and not the hollow kind. Since taking over for Brian Kelly, Freeman has authored a 4-plus-year stretch at Notre Dame that stands firmly among the most successful in the program's modern era. His record sits at 43-12, a number that only tells part of the story. Under his guidance, Notre Dame reached a number 2 national ranking in 2024 and advanced all the way to the College Football Playoff National Championship, a run that reasserted the program's place among the sport's true heavyweights. Even this past season, which ended with a 10-2 record, carried nuance rather than disappointment. The Irish narrowly missed the CFP and ultimately opted out of a bowl game, a decision that sparked debate but also reflected a program confident enough in its identity not to chase consolation stages. That confidence starts at the top, and Notre Dame athletic director Pete Bevacqua has made it abundantly clear that Freeman is not just another coach to the university. He is the coach. Bevacqua's recent comments were less administrative reassurance and more public declaration, the kind that acknowledges reality without pretending it doesn't exist. He emphasized that Notre Dame would do whatever it takes to keep Freeman in South Bend, framing the situation not as a defensive posture but as a proactive commitment. Yet, as Blue and Gold's Tyler Horka astutely pointed out, there are scenarios where even total institutional alignment isn't enough. Sometimes the decision rests with the individual, not the program. Bevacqua's words painted a vivid picture of Freeman standing in the sport, and perhaps unintentionally, explained why NFL teams are circling in the first place. He spoke about Freeman as someone who attracts attention everywhere he goes, from college football power brokers to NFL executives, and even joked that Hollywood might soon come calling. The humor landed because it felt rooted in truth. Freeman carries himself with a presence that extends beyond playbooks and press conferences. He is articulate without being rehearsed, authoritative without being distant, and relatable without sacrificing professionalism. Those qualities have become currency in today's NFL, where leadership and communication are often valued as highly as scheme. Bevacqua didn't stop at praise. He underscored that Freeman is, in his view, the absolute best coach in the country for Notre Dame, full stop, and one of the greatest college coaches in the game today. That belief was backed up materially with last year's extension, which placed Freeman squarely in the top tier of college football compensation. It was Notre Dame's way of saying they understand his value, not just internally but across the broader football ecosystem. And Bevacqua made it clear that ensuring Freeman feels supported and valued is not a one-time gesture but an ongoing responsibility, something he considers central to his role as athletic director. Still, the question lingers, growing louder as NFL interest becomes less hypothetical and more tangible. If the buzz intensifies, if interviews are scheduled and conversations deepen, could Freeman be rewarded again, either with another renegotiated deal or with the opportunity to test himself at the sport's highest professional level? It's the kind of crossroads that defines coaching careers. For Freeman, the decision would not simply be about money or prestige. It would be about fit, timing, and the belief that his leadership style can translate seamlessly from Saturdays to Sundays. From the NFL's perspective, Freeman represents a compelling bet on the future. He embodies the modern coach archetype, young enough to connect with players, experienced enough to command respect, and accomplished enough to justify the risk. His defensive background aligns naturally with a league that increasingly values versatility and adaptability, and his success at Notre Dame suggests an ability to manage pressure, expectations, and national scrutiny. Those are traits that matter deeply in markets like New York, where patience is limited and narratives form quickly. For now, Freeman remains Notre Dame's coach, firmly embedded in a program that believes it has found its ideal leader. Bevacqua insists with 100% certainty that Freeman wakes up every day knowing he is supported and valued, and that Notre Dame is fully aligned around the importance of college football to the university's identity. That alignment has been real, visible, and productive. Yet football history is filled with moments where alignment and opportunity pull in opposite directions. Whether Freeman ultimately stays in South Bend for the long haul or answers the NFL's call, his presence on the Giants' candidate list feels less like speculation and more like acknowledgement. It's recognition of what he has become in a remarkably short time. Not just a successful college coach, but a figure whose influence and appeal extend beyond the boundaries of one level of the sport. And as the NFL coaching carousel continues to turn, Marcus Freeman's name will likely remain in the conversation, a testament to a career that has reached the point where every next move feels consequential.